And you can also get some, as you can notice from the werewolf in there, you can also get some characters which are not traditional that you wouldn't necessarily play. So you can get, in your squad, you can have werewolves, darkspawn, dragons. So we'll go and look at how that looks like. And then story-wise, again, instead of trying to make this huge story that has a beginning and an end, the hero arc and etc., we decided to actually let you explore the Dragon Age history. So we have a collection of maps. If you look here, like all of these are like a self-contained story, existing story in the Dragon Age universe. So for instance, the first map you play is the Grey Wardens trying to defeat the Darkspawn to end the First Blight. So you get the opportunity to kind of replay that or play that like with your team instead of playing with the Grey Wardens. So you can do that with we have stories in Orzammar, stories like in all over the universe. Again, stories that have never been in a game. So there are stories that straight from the book or the wiki or and some stories that actually play. So like some of the maps here, when you're playing, you will recognize the location, you will recognize the enemies you fight against. So let's talk a little bit about gameplay. So again, strategy game. So where you place your units is important. Units in the front are more likely to be attacked, so you want to have like the stronger ones there. This guy's actually protecting this because it's behind, so it's probably a good place for him to die. So let's go in there, do a little fight, just to see what it's like. So as far as the design is concerned, we had two basic principles. First was accessibility, but at the same time depth, and the second one was fairness. So if you look here, like you can just, what we mean by accessibility is like just by looking, you should be able to see if you can win this or not. So you can see, okay, I got 3 guys, I have 2. Mine are bronze, they're bronze as well, so I can probably win this. But it also provided like the ability to go in and see the details. If you want to see more stats, you can go and see that. There's a lot of stats in the game, but they're all kind of we try to hide them away from you as much as possible so you can enjoy the visuals and just have a good time. So let's go and battle these guys. It's going to turn out. The second principle I spoke about was fairness. So to make sure we want people to be able to play other people when they're offline. So to do that, we had to stop everybody from being able to do things while the battle is happening. So basically, all the strategies is set up. You come in, choose which characters you want, make it better, put them in a right team, and that's it. You just watch the battle go. As you can see there, my werewolf in front, taking most of the damage. Things looking good. Alright. Sorry for the mercenary. Alright, so my mercenary died, but I just do it. The game is free, so another thing we're trying to do is like trying to get games in the hands of as many people as possible. So one of these things is to actually make the game free. The second one is the game is on iOS and Android. It works on both phones and tablets. It will come at launch with 14 different languages, including French and German, and other more bizarre languages like English and more arcane languages. And I think we support French Canadian, or it's just proper French. So talking about currencies, the game has 2 currencies. There's like coins and gems. Gems are the only thing you can buy with real money in the game are gems. But we also give you coins every time you finish a mission, and then if you go to that mission, replay it again, you get gems. So we didn't want, again because of the fairness, we didn't want people to feel like the only way they could enjoy the game is if they paid money. So we also allow you to get, including premium currency, just by playing the game. Now that goes on, let's go and try to get some new characters. Characters come from packs, so it's similar to like Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Like there's like a random element. We were, those guys too. So basically, like everything they learn, we're trying to apply here as well. So, similar principle, you can get every character, or all the good characters come from every pack. So you don't have to feel, this one will probably give you better results, but you do not have to feel like, oh, it's the only one. Like you can actually get every character from every pack. So let's get a couple characters, see how our luck turns out for this demo. Alright, what is it? Oh, it's an uncommon. It's slightly better than what I have. Right, it's a Silent Sister. So some of the more like, let's say lower level characters in the game, they tend to be a little bit more generically. So it's a Silent Sister, like a Carta Assassin, or like a Red Iron Mage, so like more less like specific characters. The more like rare and better characters in the game will be the characters you actually know by name. Let's see if we actually look up. Alright. Third country. I don't know who remembers that. So as you guys can see, we have some very popular characters and some less popular characters. But like the general idea again is like we have 115 different ones to start, and we're going to be adding more like every month pretty much afterwards. And you can now see I got a rune. So a rune is like, let's go back to the squad and actually put these guys back. Alright. Definitely feeling good about this. I'll replace this guy. So if there's a character you don't like or you don't want, you can always like sacrifice that character inside another character, and what that does is like it increases their chance to do critical damage. So you want to make sure you feel every character you have is useful, even if you don't actually want it. The other thing you can do is that if you end up getting two of the same, sometimes it can feel like a bummer, like, oh god, I already had that. But in this game you can actually combine them into like a better version of it. I don't actually have any, so I can show it. If you look here, as you can see here is like 1. If you get like 2 1s and combine them, it becomes a 2, and then it goes up to 3 and 4, which is like you can see right here. What it does is it makes it more powerful, and it can also level up more. So basically you can play like longer, and they're still like get better and better. Alright, so I have a new slightly upgraded team. Let's take a look at the runes. Runes are kind of like the last bit of strategy you can do, so it's like a time-limited bonus that you can use. Like, so for instance, this one gives my team like an extra health like for a little bit, so it's the extra boost you can get. Let's put this one here. So I get it activated, and now my team is ready to kick some ass. Alright, so the last thing we'll do is just show you like the way you can actually play against other players. You can play both at there's a matchmaking engine that figures out somebody that's about your level, or you can try. Everybody who's in the leaderboard, it becomes a target, so you can actually try see what the guy on top has, what kind of strategy they use, and see how you stack up. So let's go and check it out. Here's the number 1, and then you can see, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's like a 5th slot in the back. That's what the 5th slot is for. It's for slightly bigger than average creatures, like this one. Little dragon. So yeah, look here, it doesn't look very good for me. If I look here, it looks even worse, because they're like fully leveled up. But give it a go. Feeling lucky. Let's see how this turns out for me. Alright, come on, I got runes. Can do this. Take that. Oh, I got stunned as well. Yeah, so different characters have different abilities, so yeah. Most of them mean like come on, circle it.
And the bar is still full.
You noticed that? Yeah. I tried to avoid my embarrassment, but yeah, I didn't do any damage to the other guys. So even when you lose, you get XP. So at least like even when you're practicing, you kind of get better. Your characters get better. So it's kind of in a nutshell. I mean, I don't know if you guys have any questions, but we do have storylines, characters from all sorts of Dragon Age names. And we hope this is coming out fall, so next few months.